Hello, students. This is the specific video lecture that I'm making that is an overview for JMS 200 in the semester spring 2024. So it's the video lecture that explains JMS 200 for spring 2024. There are questions embedded in this video, so it also functions as a syllabus quiz. Okay, but the questions are there just to make sure that y'all watch the video and hear me explain the policies of the class. The title of the class is Introduction to Contemporary Media. Why is this topic important? Well, I think it's important to understand how the media industries in the United States operate. And note, I use the plural, media industries. There is no such thing as the media. Okay, we have many different media industries. It's important to understand how the media industries operate so you can become a discerning and discriminating consumer of news and information. Not everything in print is true. Not everything that's broadcast is true. Not everything on social media is true. But if you understand how the different media industries operate financially, I think you can understand a little bit sometimes why decisions are made or why a news story is covered in a certain way that it is. We're going to also look at some of the theories that have been used to explain the complex media society relationship. Um, but the point is to kind of cover a lot of information, a very, very wide terrain. We're not going to go super deep into any one area, but I want to cover as much as I can. If you want to major in something in the School of Journalism and Media Studies, that's journalism, advertising, public relations, or was it journalism, advertising, public relations, media studies? Okay, 4 different majors. If you want to major in one of those, the class is required. You have to take it. So it doesn't matter why it's important. You have to take it. But I think for most of y'all, you're in another area, another department, and you're taking this class as a GE. In that case, I think the information is important because it may be the only time in your academic career where you seriously academically study some form of mass media. And I think it's just enormously important if you want to become an educated person. And if you're in JMS 200, you're in college, you want to be educated. So I think it's important to everyone, and I will do my best to make it educational and entertaining. If you want to get in touch with me, email me through Canvas inbox. I know this sounds very specific, but it's true. I have hundreds of students, hundreds, plural. So I can't keep track of all the email. And you send me an email, it gets lost under the tsunami of information that comes in. But in Canvas inbox, it's just much more organized and I can find emails much better. So please email me through Canvas inbox. The class meets live via Zoom Tuesdays, 12:30. We meet live via Zoom Tuesdays, 12:30. The session is recorded and posted on Canvas for those of y'all who can't make it. So it is going to be posted on Canvas. We don't meet on Thursdays. Okay. We do not meet on Thursdays. I know the class schedule says Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we don't actually meet on Thursdays. We use that time for asynchronous education. If you want to do one of the video lectures, you want to do the discussion board, the quizzes are always posted on Thursday, for example. So you can use the time in your schedule on Thursday to work on the class, but we don't actually have a live meeting. The deadline to complete everything is Thursday at 11:59. Okay. Again, I know you don't have anything on your schedule at a certain time, 12:30 on Thursday, so you can use that time. The module, everything is organized by module. The module is going to be open the previous week, at least by Friday. So you're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to do it. I would do the work early, do the video lectures early, do the discussion board early, okay? So that you're not waiting until the last minute. There's no penalty for doing something on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if it's due Thursday. So I would do the work early, but that's the deadline. That is the absolute deadline as to when work must be done. And I'm not a fan of late work. See the syllabus for my policy on late work. I'm not a fan of late work, and you need a really compelling reason to justify doing something late. And for the most part, I don't find the reasons compelling. So just do it early. Grading. Quizzes. We're going to have 5 quizzes. The quizzes are scheduled on Thursday. The quiz is open first thing in the morning, closes at night. So you have all day Thursday to work on it. Once you start it, you have 30 minutes to complete it, but you could do it Thursday, 7 a.m. You could do it Thursday, 2 in the afternoon, whenever. You just have 30 minutes to do it. The lowest quiz grade is dropped. Okay. I don't consider this syllabus quiz like an actual quiz. So this grade will count, but the quizzes, I dropped the lowest one of those. Okay. Video lectures, you get points for watching these. Again, you can watch them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You could watch it early. You do have to answer the questions. Packback is the fancy kind of discussion board we're using. Okay. I do have mandatory discussion board activity where you will post a question and then interact with your peers. And you do need access to Packback. If you have opted into equitable access, repeat, if you are in equitable access, which gives you the textbook, it also gives you Packback. Okay. If you are not in equitable access, if you have chosen not to do equitable access, you're going to have to pay and sign up and get a subscription for Packback. Everything is done through Canvas. Follow the Packback assignment links to set up your own account. But it's really not that expensive. But if you don't have equitable access, yeah, you are going to have to sign up for this. Now, supplemental assignments. Well, I'm going to spend more time in this video lecture about the supplemental assignments, although they're really not a big part of the class. But I do have to explain these things. We have something called SONA, and then we have the JMS assessment survey. The JMS assessment survey. Okay. We have, let me move this a little bit. We have 4 majors in the school: journalism, advertising, public relations, media studies. Okay. We are always assessing and evaluating our curriculum. I've been here for 17, almost 18 years. So trust me, we are always evaluating our curriculum, trying to improve our curriculum. One of the ways we do it is we give people a test. You take the test early in your academic career, which means you in JMS 200, before you have taken a lot of JMS classes, ideally before you've taken any JMS class. And then you take a test again when you're graduating. Okay. Presumably you do better on the test when you're about to graduate. You've gotten better and you've learned more information. If we evaluate the results and we are not seeing an increase in test scores, then clearly we as a faculty are doing something wrong. Okay. So you're going to get a link. It's going to be posted on Canvas. I'll probably email blast it out as well. You have to do this by Thursday, January 25th. Thursday, January 25th is the deadline. Thursdays are the deadline for JMS 200. There's no point in open booking this thing. There's no point in cheating. There's no point in Googling the answers. It doesn't help us at all. You probably don't know a lot of the information. That's okay. We don't expect you to know. Your test results, the score you get doesn't matter. We just need you to take it. Okay. I repeat, we just need you to do this thing. It doesn't matter what score you get. We'll take the data and then we evaluate that against people who are graduating or people who are about to graduate. Okay. So that is the JMS assessment survey. We need everybody to do it. That's the deadline, Thursday, January 25th. This is the textbook, The Mediated World by David Mindich. This is the version you need, the original version of the textbook that was published in 2020. Okay. There is a newer version of the textbook that's just out. I have not had time to evaluate that, make sure that the class is in sync with the new edition of the textbook. So this is the one you want. If you are in equitable access, you have access to the textbook. Okay. If you are in equitable access, you have online access to the textbook. If you're not in equitable access, you're going to need to get a copy of this textbook. This is the version you want. The information's in the syllabus. And yes, I do expect you to be reading the textbook as well as watching my video lectures. I think you'll get a lot more out of the class if you read the textbook and watch my video lectures. What about these video lectures? Okay. They're like this, right? Okay. You answer questions. When it stops, you have to answer a question. See this little CC button in the bottom corner? I took time to make sure that there's closed captions. If you are the kind of person who prefers seeing the words on the screen when someone is talking and the words aren't already there, maybe by default they show up. If they're not there, click this CC button. That will bring up the words. Some people who have accommodations prefer this. I like watching everything on TV, to be honest, with the closed captions or subtitles, whatever. I know there's a difference between closed caption and subtitles, words on the screen. I find it easier to follow things. So I've taken the time to do that. I've also posted a Word document that goes along with each video lecture that has all the bullet points and basic information that you're going to need rather than having to watch the video lecture and take notes yourself. Download these lecture notes. You can add on to them, but download these lecture notes, and they're also great study guides when you're taking the quiz. Okay, so I post these for every video lecture, and you can even, I think this is really wicked cool, you can even download this in an alternative format, including an audio. If you want to download the lecture notes as an MP3, it has that kind of robotic AI voice reading it, but there are different forms of the notes. If you would like them that way, just letting you know they are available. The quizzes. Okay. Each quiz is 20 questions, multiple choice. Information comes from the textbook, comes from the video lectures, or it comes from the live Zoom classes, right? When we have a live Zoom on Tuesday, I like to talk about current events that relate to the issue of the week. So I take some of those current events and put them in the quiz questions as well. The lowest grade is dropped. I already explained that. The quizzes are timed. You have 30 minutes. Once you start it, you have 30 minutes to do it. It'll open, and all the dates are in the syllabus. It'll open at 12:01 in the morning and go to 11:59 at night. So you can take it anytime within that day, anytime within that day. I'm not going to open the quiz on Friday. I'm not going to open it on Wednesday. Don't even ask me. The quizzes are on Thursday. And if you say, I have no time to do it, well, I know you have Thursday at 12:30 because you don't have a class at that time. Okay. So that's when they are due. If you get extra time because of accommodations, send me the letter from Student Disability Services, whatever that whatever that center is called. I can set it so that you get 45 minutes or you get an hour if you've been approved and I get an official letter. Trust me, I will set that for you if I get that letter. Okay, pack back. This is worth 15% of your grade. Okay, on the week that you have a pack back due, they're not every week. There's always a link in Canvas that will tell you, ask an original question about the material, whatever the textbook chapter is. Ask a question and then respond to 2 other questions. There's something called a minimum curiosity score. Packback will evaluate your question and tell you if it's a good question or a bad question. A yes or no question is not a good question. What day is the quiz is not a good question. Ask something more substantive about the material. Once you get into the swing of it, it'll come pretty naturally. You'll see what we're looking for. The system gives you a curiosity score. You have to get at least 50. And if you don't get a 50, it'll tell you your curiosity score is 45, your curiosity score is 38. You can actually revise it. So you should take a look at that and make sure that you are posting something with a minimum curiosity score of 50. To get the points, you have to ask a question and then respond to 2 other questions. So you ask 1 original question and then respond to 2 questions. The responses also have to have that certain curiosity score. If you do all that, you do it by the deadline, which is Thursday, 11:59 p.m., you're going to get 10 points for that week. Okay. That is the way Packback is handled. If you need help with Packback, this is a link in Canvas. Packback is a separate company. It's not me. Email them. If you have a question about Packback or something that's not clear, email this company. But if you follow the links in Canvas, just click on the assignment link for Packback, just follow along. You'll figure out very, very quickly what to do, and it should not be challenging. SONA. Okay, SONA is a system where we organize human subjects, meaning college students. You get an account, go to this link, it's in the syllabus, you create an account, you will be emailed research opportunities. They want people to answer questions. Maybe it's what is the public opinion about Israel Hamas? What is public opinion about cigarette smoking? Or maybe you watch a short video and then answer questions. People doing research and they want to get as many different data sources and people to help them out as possible. SONA is a way to organize that and track that. Okay. You have to do a certain number of these research opportunities and get 1 SONA credit in the system. You say, I did a research thing. I want the SONA credit to count for JMS 200. That's what you need to do. Like Packback, this is not me. Someone else runs SONA. So there is an email address in the syllabus for questions about that. But a lot of JMS classes use SONA. It's a very, very small percentage of your grade, not something you should stress out over, but it is something you should do. Don't wait until the last minute. Look at the syllabus where it explains SONA with that, and then also my video explanation right here. Hopefully that makes sense. It is just a way of organizing and soliciting people to help out other professors with doing their research. Okay, that's it. Hopefully that makes sense. We got video lectures, you got pack-back discussion boards, you got quizzes. That's the bulk of the class. SONA and the JMS assessment survey are small things. JMS assessment survey, do that quickly. Just get that out of the way. And we're off.